This is an initiative that the Mashantucket Pequot Tribe and Foxwoods are very proud of. I want to say a special thank you to everyone that has assisted thus far. They're all sitting here in front of me. Your efforts are greatly appreciated, and we've been able to have some great results with what we've been doing over the last few years. Stuff the Bus is a initiative that includes an array of contributions, including but not limited to direct financial support and in-kind donations that enhance the fundraising and programming opportunities within our region. Our donations are distributed through the United Way and the Tommy Toy Fund, with donations benefiting families all throughout southeastern Connecticut. We accept new and unwrapped toys, blankets, pajamas, jackets, and diapers. And working with United Way and being a truly united team, our first year, 2013, we were able to fill a 30-passenger casino hotel shuttle, which you guys see driving around property all the time. That first year, we only ran the initiative for 3 weeks, but we did manage to fill that shuttle. It was a great feat on our behalf, as this was something that was totally new to us. In 2014, and I apologize, I also want to make note, that first year we were able to assist 4,000 kids with their Christmas, and that's something that we take great pride in. Thank you. In 2014, that was the second year. We were able to extend the donation period up to 5 weeks, and we managed to fill another Foxwoods shuttle bus. It's a 30-passenger bus. It's a pretty decent-sized vehicle. We managed to fill that, you know, and we're glad that the support is continuing to grow. In 2015, you know, we had noticed that support had grown significantly, and we probably were going to need something a little bit larger than that shuttle bus. So we were fortunate enough to work along with MDT out of Massachusetts, MDT Bus Lines, and they donated this motor coach that we have behind us. They donated a similar one last year, and we actually filled that motor coach, the entire seating area, as well as the overhead compartments and the underneath of the bus here. That year we were able to help around 6,000 kids, you know, and I think that's big. That's big. That just drove that out. That just shows that the support is growing. The need is always going to be there, you know, and we're doing the best we can to fulfill that need. And that brings us on into this year, 2016, which is the fourth year. Today's the kickoff, November 5th. We'll run the initiative through December 10th. It'll be another 5-week period. And we hope to fill this motor coach behind us as we did last year. And through the support of everyone here in the audience and everyone that can hear my voice, we most definitely can do that again. That's most definitely achievable. And we have high hopes for this year. So we actually have a second bus on retainer. and hopefully we can have enough to overflow this bus and potentially fill a second bus. You know, so at the end of the day, that's pretty much Stuff the Bus in a nutshell as far as what we've been able to do up until this point. But I kind of want to talk about something a little bit more deeper than what we've been able to do, which is the continued need. You know, United Way has a report that they release every year. It's called the ALICE report. And ALICE is an acronym for Assets Limited, Income Constrained, Employed. So these are people who work a 9 to 5, they work 40 hours a week, they do the best they can, but for whatever reason, they still have needs they're not able to fill. And in our area, we've been one of the areas that, you know, the entire nation is in a tight spot right now. And specifically for the state of Connecticut, our area is one of the slowest areas to bounce back. And actually, 1 in 4 households have earnings above the federal poverty level, but below the basic cost of living threshold. And you know, despite their hard work, these people need some assistance, you know, and if you can help, you know, we ask that you do so, whether that be volunteering, whether it be monetarily, whatever you can do. I just want to share a couple of facts. You know, if you can get your hands on this report, you'll find out that ALICE is everyone's neighbor, everyone's friend, in some cases their own family member. Norwich specifically, 47% of households meet this criteria to be considered ALICE, Asset Limited, Income Constrained, and Employed. And in New London, actually 55% of households fit that criteria. You know, and those are numbers that we can work together to shrink. And, you know, I hope people continue to support causes like Stuff the Bus and other causes abroad, because there are other things going on in the nation that if you have the resource and time, it's most definitely worthwhile causes out there. I took the time to write a speech, and I'm not really the best off as in regards to reading off the paper. So, and on that note, I'll go ahead and bring up Alice, and she can Alice Socia from United Way, she can go over some more detailed information, let you guys know the other initiative that Foxwoods is a part of in regards to United Way and the Tommy Toy Fund. With that being said, here's Alice. I won't hold her finger.
Good morning. Gosh, what a beautiful crew. I even see folks in the back over there. Thank you for joining us for Stuff the Bus launch. So I want to thank Sharif and the team just for even bringing up the fact that Alice, coincidence that it's my name, guys. Really, it's not about me. The asset limited, income constrained, and employed families are all around us. Like you said, 1 in 4 families are struggling just for the basic needs. The average family of 4, if they're in poverty, it's $23,050. If you make just over that, it costs nearly $70,000 a year for basics just to live in the state of Connecticut. That's a big gap. That's who we're helping. Those are the children who are recipients of the generous toys that are being contributed here for this initiative. Foxwoods team members, and I know everybody in our community, everyone across the United States knows Foxwoods is the best place for entertainment and dining and fun, and really, they're best for that. But does the world know the goodness that's happening every single day? I wonder that their teams are out serving on mobile food pantries, helping feed our food insecure. Again, 1 in 5 kids are food insecure, 1 in 7 adults. This is a big deal. They've adopted a site. They help get protein on those trucks. They've got teams that provide bus tours of our agencies so that the community leaders and other businesses can see the work that's being done firsthand in our region by our amazing United Way partner agencies. And it is life-changing and life-saving. There are many initiatives going on in the world today, but we are so proud of the initiatives that are being part of our community. And I want to thank Sharif for starting Stuff the Bus here. I want to thank Rodney Butler and Felix and Lynn Page for stepping up and helping out, and the whole entire team. It's all about Christmas right now, guys. Next year we're hoping with the Stuff the Bus that we can broaden it. It's so successful in meeting the needs of kids for the holidays. I don't know if everyone realizes that last year, after our Stuff the Bus distribution happened, we helped 6,000 kids, like Sharif said. I don't know if everyone realizes that in New Haven, toys were stolen right around the corner from a police station, and we got a phone call saying, can we help out? Within 1 hour, no lie, 1 hour, Foxwoods loaded up a box truck with every single pallet of surplus toys. 11 pallets were shipped down to New Haven and saved Christmas there. So we're talking about 6,000 kids in our region. That's not even counting the thousands of kids down in New Haven. So thank you. This is Foxwoods, guys. This is Foxwoods. Thank you, Foxwoods, for all you do in Living United. Thank you to the by asking for more basic needs in addition to the toys, because basic human needs are not being met. A report came out recently showing that we are, in fact, one of the last, if not the last state in the country to bounce back from this recent economic recession. Our region in Connecticut specifically, our percentage for the state of people in need is 38% are financially struggling. That's a big number. That's a big number. It's not okay with all of us that kids are going to school hungry. It's not okay with us that schools are opening at night to serve dinner because they know their families and their kids are not going to have a meal until they come back to school again the next day for breakfast. This is what you're part of. And on behalf of the hundreds of thousands of people we help, on behalf of Foxwoods and their team, and Mashantucket for supporting all these efforts, thank you. Contact us to volunteer, Contact us if you need help. You can all advocate for someone who needs food. This is what we do. Again, thank you all, and hope to see you, and you're amazing and living united.
So, with that being said, you know, I want to take the time to bring up Councilor Minahan, let him say a couple words. He was actually an integral part in bringing stuff to Buster Foxwoods, and I'm not going to hold up any longer. With that being said, here's Councilor Daniel Minahan, everyone.
How's everyone doing? Good. It's tough to follow Alice. Yeah, like Sharif was saying, I was real fortunate to be part of the bus marketing team, involved in the first kickoff. And this is actually the first year that I didn't get to really take part in some of the meetings like I had in the past. But I'm glad for the invite to come take part here. Very great event. They touched on a lot of the efforts for the children. And this being Native American Month, I wanted to also acknowledge some of the tribe's other efforts with children. A lot of people may be aware of the pipeline issues now out in Dakota. And those efforts to protect the water was actually started by children. So there's a big awakening in America right now, and in most cases it's led by the children. As we see today, we have some children here. And they actually helped us every year. So I do have a gift of sweetgrass for Norma, if you'd want to come up. And she has ensured the children's participation from day one, so it's a beautiful thing, and we just want to acknowledge her for her work with the children. Thank you. So one thing, getting into the, oh, let's get a picture.
Photo op, Dan.
You never miss a photo op.
There you go, thank you. Nicely done.
But one thing that we're talking about that is in line with the pipeline is two things, and that's children and finances. One of the things that, if you pay attention to the news, one of the things that is pretty amazing about what's going on with the protests is these people are actually living together with no form of currency. So they're able to live, get by, actually stand up and protect what they feel is right. And they're doing this with no form of money. There may be a bartering system per se, but it just shows the power of people coming together, and that being more powerful than financial assistance in some cases. So those that made the time, you are part of this effort. And there was a lot of emphasis on the ability to help. One thing that can't get lost in this event is those that need help. We need those that need help to reach out equally, as well as those that's able to give gifts as toys and things like that. So if you know anybody in need, please make sure that they're aware of what's going on, and try to help make sure that they could take part. That way their children could have a nice Christmas. We do have an event coming up that I do want to invite everyone to. If anyone has time, next weekend, actually, we'll be up on the reservation at our cultural grounds. And we're going to do an event in honor of the children that's protesting the pipeline in Standing Rock. And for those that don't know it, this effort actually started by the children actually leaving North Dakota, and with a mix of running, jogging, and walking, they actually made it to DC. And when I look out in the audience, one of the first things that kind of remind me of such a thing is the children here today present. So it's very big what you do, Norma, and we appreciate that, and I know the children do as well. And there's character that you're helping build with these children that they won't know about until they're my age looking back, and I got a feeling most of the kids, if not all, are going to be very happy for what you do for them and the time you take. So I just wanted to highlight you because it's people like you that contribute to the needs of children like this on a daily basis. So if anybody, you deserve a spotlight right now, as long with the actual bus itself. Thank you. So. And I don't want to take up too much time, but I do want to offer the opportunity to anybody that's interested in smudging. It's a cleansing. And it's just a good way to start your day with good energy. So those that's willing, I'm going to wait around, and I want to hear the rest of the conversations that's going to happen, and then I'll be available to those that want to smudge. And like I said, the event on the reservation will start on the 12th. We're going to kick it off at 11 a.m. These type of events, we do open up with opening prayer. So we'll come together, we'll pray together, and we'll be there for 48 hours. It's going to start on Saturday at 11 a.m., and we're going to keep a fire going and support all the way until Monday at 11 a.m. So everybody's welcome. There's no need to bring anything except for positive energy. However, if you do want to get involved in the pipeline, right now they do have their camp secured with supplies and things like that. So this is a big initiative because we're not attempting to, and it's a beautiful thing that we're doing for the Christmas and the holiday gifts. But this effort next weekend is really about trying to sustain life. These children aren't going to have a Christmas this year. And in their eyes, it's well worth it. They're really worried about the water and the impact that has on life and the stability of life. So the people that's here today, I know that you're great people, and I just wanted to extend that welcome to you because it's right in line with what we're doing today. It's just the fact of giving and doing the right thing. So anybody that can make it will be on Mashantucket Reservation on Saturday. Good luck, anybody that's going to take part in some gaming today. Anybody else that want to enjoy a nice meal. But just have a great time in Mashantucket in general. One last thing, probably even better than gaming today, we actually have a powwow right now. It's a veterans powwow. Our chairman actually just left. He was here earlier. He wanted to make sure that he could make it over there for the grand entry. But that's also a beautiful event, and it's actually in honor of those that served our country. So it's also right in line with today's event. It's just giving back to those that deserve either a helping hand or in some cases some acknowledgement for what they did for the betterment of all of us. So hope to see some of you on Saturday.
Appreciate that. I'd also like to acknowledge the presence of Tribal Council Treasurer Gene Swift. I apologize, couldn't get my words together. Thank you very much for coming out today. As Danny stated, we do have the Veterans Powwow going over at the museum behind us. $10 admission for everyone if you choose to go. It's a beautiful event, something that you will most definitely remember. Beautiful event. But with that being said, Danny had spoke to the point of, it's great to come together and help and try to volunteer and pool resources to help others. But at the end of the day, people who are in need of help, you have to be able to stand up and let people know that help is needed, because otherwise we don't know, or your family doesn't know, your friends don't know. With that being said, the Tommy Toy registration form will be in the Norwich Bulletin November 13th. Anyone that is in the state that is actually enrolled or takes advantage of any type of social services, you're basically pre-qualified. All you have to do is fill out this registration form and turn it into your social service agency. They'll do the rest for you, get you registered. I also want to make mention that this year we'll actually be giving the toys out on the 14th of December as well as the 15th. If we should just so happen to have any snow, we have the 16th as a snow date. So I just want to make sure I get that information out there, because we need to know, we know the need exists, but we need to know to what extent it exists. So, anyone in your local community, in your neighborhood that you may think needs this assistance, just point them in this direction. With that being said, I'd like to call up Jen Conrad from the Bulletin. He can expand on that a little bit more. And I want to thank you all for your presence and your patience with us today. Jim Conrad, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Hi, I'm the editor of the Bulletin, but more important today, I'm a member of the Tommy Toy Fund board. And just to give you a little history about the Tommy Toy Fund, it started with a letter from a child who was not going to have a Christmas. And it was sent to the Bulletin. We published the letter. The community outpouring was immediate and wonderful. and it's been going on and growing since then. So from that one child to now, where again we're averaging about 6,000 children a year, and that's from 3 sites. From all the way, we serve kids from Thompson, in Woodstock, all the way down to the shoreline at 3 different sites. And it's just wonderful that we've been able to do this. And although I don't have the numbers on the top of my head, it's got to be 200,000 kids over the last 44 years or so. It started off with individuals giving. It grew to community service groups, to businesses, to corporations. It's a complete, people sometimes say it's a bulletin charity. It's not, it's a community charity. And we appreciate how much Foxwoods has just jumped in, both feet right away, immediately in the last 4 years with this Stuff the Bus. It's been fantastic, and it epitomizes all of those individuals, businesses, social services and community groups with United Way. It's just been wonderful. A couple of things I want to say is, behind the scenes, Sharice mentioned the social service agencies. Foxwoods has done a great job with their technical folks in updating our registration process. They've made it so much easier to get these things done. And actually on Wednesday, we have about 50 representatives from social service agencies coming for training for that, just so that, that's Wednesday, and then the coupons in the paper Sunday and every day. So on Monday, those kids and applications are going to start flying in. So we really appreciate what Foxwoods is doing. I also want to say that, again, in 4 short years, we have so many different community events, whether it's individuals donating toys, whether it's businesses having a toy drop-off. But this, in 4 short years, has become our biggest fundraiser. It's unbelievable. And we do appreciate it. We appreciate the effort. We appreciate, again, communities, people coming in on the bus, people from Foxwoods donating their time and their efforts and their money. The bus companies doing all they do. So this really epitomizes what the Tommy Toy Fund is about, and we really do appreciate it. So thank you to everybody who's here and contributing. Thanks to the Scouts from Troop and Pack 80. Thank you for being here. And if somebody's ready, I'm ready for that cookie now, if you guys are ready to get me one, all right? Thank you so much.
So, as Danny said, this is a nationally declared, holiday month, you can call it, Native American Heritage Month. And with that being said, I think it's very appropriate to make one more mention that we have our Veterans Powwow over at the museum, and if you can stop by, please do so. And we're pretty much at the tail end of things. I'd like to conclude and call up 2 of our tribal youth with beautiful voices, Asia Carter and Kiona Carter. They're going to close out the ceremony with a beautiful rendition of Amazing Grace. So with that being said, I'm not going to hold them up. You ladies can have the mic.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear the hour I first believed. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior has ransomed me, and like a flood, His mercy reigns, unending love, amazing. His word my hope secure. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. My chains are gone, I've been set free. My God, my Savior, has ransomed me. And like a flood, His mercy reigns. Unending love, amazing grace. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow. The sun forbear to shine. But God who called me here below will be forever mine. Will be forever mine. You are forever mine.
Wow. Thank you, ladies. Greatly appreciate it. And with that being said, guys, this is pretty much a close of the kickoff to Stuff the Bus. I wanted to welcome everybody to stay around. Councilor Daniel Minahan will be smudging if anyone would like to get smudged. You're also welcome, if anyone brought any gifts today, to put those on the bus. If not, that's all right. We'll be running this for 5 weeks, so you have until December 10th if you want to support the cause and initiative. We greatly appreciate that. And outside of that, I thank you all for coming today and supporting this great initiative. Have a great day. Enjoy this beautiful sunny day with your family. All right? Thank you all for coming.